Got the tunnel ram. Got it mocked up. Fitting shit up. Ain't been messing around out here lately. Been cold and tornadoes and fucking floods and all kind of shit going on. So, been taking it easy in the house. But it's starting to get tolerable out here. This Edelbrock Tunnelram. You got a pair of 800 double pumpers. Old school double pumpers. 1974. I'm working on a fuel line. I was gonna run with this setup and just run a hose off of here and then to a Y and then into one and then to a regulator. But I changed my mind. I'm gonna run some different shit. I got these Enduro fuel lines. These will fit on there nice and tight. They got number 6 ends on them, but I have some adapters that go from 6 to 8, so I run number 8 fuel line to them. I prefer number 8 fuel line. But yeah, these are pretty cool. Pretty fucking expensive. This shit has gone way up over the years. It's a couple of $100 for those fucking lines there. And then we got the linkage here. Enduro part 72-2000. That's the linkage. And there's fucking $250 for this little box of shit. But it's greatly simplify the process. This goes here like so. It's a puzzle. And you get your rod ends and shit. It's all adjustable. All pretty well made. And these go off the carb studs. And you get this big main shaft here. Ties it all together, it's splined. that's a puzzle for another day. I'm gonna run with this Barry Grant fuel pressure regulator. It's old school. It'll still get the job done. That's a good one. And I'll run with this Marcel fuel pressure gauge with the engine turn. Got that fuel cell there going in the 79 Cutlass. That's an old son of a bitch. I finally located some straps for it. And I got these aluminum spacers. So I ain't gotta cut a hole in the trunk. Keep that shit above the floor. It's an old, I think it's a Jazz fuel cell from back in the day. It'll work. I think it's a 12 gallon. Be plenty. I got a big fucking MagnaFlow, whatever the fuck it's called, something star, 300 gallon per hour fuel pump. It's in the mail. It's good to 950 horse, naturally aspirated, so it ought to be sufficient for whatever I stick in this fucking thing. It's a bypass. It fucking fuel pump holds 36 pounds of pressure, and it's got a bypass. I think it bypasses like 25 pounds. Then you run a deadhead to the carburetors and adjust it to about 7, 6.5, 7 pounds. And it'd be a monster. Plus it'll be, like, when I do put a big block in this car, fuel system will be more than up to the task. I'll probably run number 10 fuel line, at least to the pump, and then maybe 8 from the pump to the regulator. And it's just a mocked up assembly here. This is a 1970 350 bored 80 over. And these fucking cylinder walls are still thicker than like a 81, 82, 350 at standard bore. This old 1970 block 80 over, it's still good. Hell, I'd take it 90. Probably will. This fucking engine here run like a son of a bitch. Those are BPE 200cc heads. Bowl ported and shit. Got 205 intakes put in them. Roller springs and shit. fucking 350. And it's 1970. January 15th, 1970. I built this engine years ago. It was once in a dirt track car. It's been in a few different rides, but a couple of decades ago it was in a hobby stock dirt track car. Yeah, I started building me some fuel lines here, but by the time I run the lines off of these and tie them together, shit starts getting pretty busy. These are pretty fat, so I decided to just go with the Enduro fucking skinny shit made for this type of shit. It's an old Mallory dual point distributor. I put a electronic conversion in it. Gotta have a small distributor for this intake, or I might use this Unilight here. It'll work too. I got old-timey cast iron, big block distributor, and that one there. I ain't even been messing with this shit lately. He started up this Nugget months. Or this one. Need to put them in some cars. Put this one together. It's gonna be a pretty good unit. It's got some Dart 215. Pretty good heads. They're ported. 208, 160s in them and shit. They're milled. I think they're about either 55 or 58 cc chambers. Pretty small. We got a, what is that, 355 there. Got ported Vortec heads on it and shit. Big roller cam. Got a Mercruiser intake on it. Built that to be kind of a sleeper. Ran pretty fucking good. It still run good. Just got more engines than I got cars. So I got backups. If I fuck up an engine, I just pick one out and drop it in. Pretty good unit there. Got the Quadrajet. That's a badass Quadrajet on that engine. Super stock. Got more tricks in it than a fucking Chinese whorehouse. Pretty good old engine. I need to put it together one day. And we got this old boat engine here. It's a OMC 225 horse 350. I think it's about a 72 225 horse unit. Boat shit. Boat engines usually have thicker blocks and So fucking heads in them things. Most small block Chevys come with a 11/32 valve stem, but the exhaust valves in them bolt heads are 3/8 stems. So they're 993 heads. Got 194, 150 valves, and like a 74, 76 cc chamber. So they're fucking boat anchors, really. But they make a good pair of dirt track heads. If a person wanted to put the effort into them. I don't, but somebody might. I'll probably just sit there on that engine. After I die, somebody else will have to figure out what to do with them, along with the rest of this shit. Nobody gonna live forever. Got this unit here, collecting parts for us. Gonna be kinda mild. Got a big bow tie fucking dual plane on it. That's a copy of a LT1, like your old Z28 fucking intakes, except this is cast in iron. It was made for oval track classes that required cast iron factory intakes. So GM got slick and they took their old LT1 intake and cast it in iron, and they made the plenum a little different to where it'll take a quadrajet or a holly. The original LT1s that just took a 780 holly. That's about the best fucking dual plane you can get. That son of a bitch will flow more than a RPM air gap. So it'll compete with the best of them. They only made them a couple of years back in the 90s. The rules, they got banned. So people had to use the regular production cast iron intakes. And they were nowhere near as good as these. So a lot of these ended up on bolts and shit. Marine. Yeah, I ain't been fucking around much here lately with this shit. Just ain't felt like it. There's just 355 here I gotta do. This is 9-inch deck height. 5 cc pistons, valve reliefs, 0 deck, 38 thick gasket. It's like a 50 cc chamber head. This motherfucker will be just over 12.5 to 1 compression with flat top pistons. And that's probably the engine that this tunnelram and shit's going on. I'm just mocking it up on here. This engine here's got to come apart for freshen up anyway. I raw dogged the shit out of it years ago. It needs to be freshened up. So I just use it to mock shit up for now. But later on, it's just chock full of good shit. Everything in it's good shit. It's a good block. Old school. Built this fucker a long time ago. Been a while. It's been in several vehicles. These are my inch and 7/8 Shinfields. Shinfield makes a pretty good header. 3.5 inch collector. You gotta run a short oil filter with these though. You'll have a hell of a time getting it on. These are street stock, what you call street stock headers. Hobby stock, street stock, oval track, 1 and 7/8, about as fat as you can get without having to go to a stall bolt pattern. They fit pretty good. They clear angle plugs. Plenty of plug wire clearance and shit. Good set of headers. And they got me a pair of air cleaners. I don't know how I feel about them yet. They kind of on the small side, but since it's 2, which I'd probably run them on the street, and want to run it, just take them off, rig me up a air pan with some foam. I'm going to put me a grump lump, a hood scoop on the car, so I just make me an air pan and some foam and seal it to the hood and get maximum effect, and then run them air cleaners on the street just to keep shit out of the engine. I went ahead and got the black ones because I'm gonna black out the whole fucking engine that this shit's going on. I got some black valve covers. They look just like these Moroso valve covers, but they just don't say Moroso. And they're just black, but they're identical in every other way, the shape and shit. And I'm gonna paint the block black, run a gold oil pan, and using a old 34 bow tie heads. They'll be painted black, so they'll look like fucking stock heads. But they're anything but. Shit's slowly coming together. It takes a while to collect all this shit up. Takes time and money. That shit will fucking keep you poor. But you know, look at them fucking boots. Look at them fucking shoestrings. Hate to show you my underwear, but they look like they from the prehistoric era. All my clothes are old. Fucking work jacket from years ago. Fucking t-shirt from years ago. Socks are probably 20 fucking years old. I eat a lot of fucking bullshit food, so but it's all where your priorities lie, I guess. You can live like a king, and you can ride around and look rich, and pay your big ass $1,000 a month fucking payment for your status symbol fucking vehicle that you can't work on. Or you can live like a poor man, but spend all your money on hot rod shit. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I ain't never. What people think of me does not matter. I ain't had a haircut in fucking 35 fucking plus years. Last time I had a haircut, I went to the penitentiary and they shaved my fucking head on intake. It's kind of like the military. You go in, they sit you in a barber chair and buzz cut your fucking head. But I ain't had a haircut since. I just pull it back and forget about it. I shave about once a month. That's about how long it takes before it gets unbearable. Start looking like fucking Santa Claus. So shit's gray as fucking hell. Hell, I've shaved, I've blues 20 years. When I let my shit go, I look like an old motherfucker that I am. When I shave, look like I'm about 40 in my 40s. But I don't give a fuck. Hell, I'm married. My old lady, she seems to like the way I look, so that's all that matters. I've had my day in the sun. Sold my wild oats back when I was young. Got in a lot of trouble. Stayed in trouble, actually. I was growing up. Hell, I was a fucking teenager till I was damn near 40. Before I finally, which I'll go ahead and admit, I started fucking, I was about nine years old. I discovered cigarettes and alcohol. By the time I was 11, 12 years old, I was walking around with a bag of reefer in my pocket at all times. And then by the time I was 13, 14, I was beating the shit out of fucking pills. Access back then, they were everywhere. Back in the old days, it's like they promoted the shit. And then when I got older, I fucking sold cocaine to pay for car parts. And then I got doing the shit. Went on a 2-year bender. And I had a friend die right next to me. And that woke me up. I went and checked myself into a rehab. And I've been in like 6 fucking rehabs. 3 penitentiaries. Jail probably 25, 30 times. A couple of juvenile homes. Work farms. Been in a mental institution. Because I OD'd on a shitload of Valiums and they thought I was trying to do myself in, but I was just fucked up and forgot how many I took. It took me a long time to get off all that shit. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of fucking run-ins with the law, and which I never I wasn't your regular drug addict. I made money to be a drug addict. Everything I did was fucking free to me. 'Cause I had connections and shit. I used to run with a pretty rough crowd. MC. I was a patched member. So I had access to whatever. But you see enough motherfuckers die and people's lives go to shit and people lose their jobs and lose their families and lose their lives and shit starts fucking with you after a while. I lived that fucking life for decades. It wasn't until I was damn near 40 I got hemmed up on fucking narcotics charge and DUI and whatever else they could think of. I decided then and there, this is it. I'm getting too old for this fucking shit. Stayed in trouble. Hell, I got caught fucking stealing some Hot Wheels cars when I was 9 years old at a store. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I just took them out of the package and stuck them in my pocket like they were mine. But I got caught and got in trouble, got banned from the store for life. Don't want to say which store, but a store. But I was 9 years old when that happened. I was a pissed off kid. My parents, I never felt like I was a burden to them. They always told me I'd never amount to nothing and I'd be dead or in prison before I was 18 and shit. Kicked me out of the house when I was 14. So I lived with relatives and friends and pretty much run my own program. I've had cars since I was 12. So by the time I was 16, I done had 7, 8 vehicles. Back then, I was 12, I bought a 53 Chevy for $75. Took a 5-gallon jug of gas and a battery and the fucker started up and I drove it home. 12 years old. Bought my first car. I was going to build me a gasser out of it. I ended up getting a 67 Firebird. That captured my attention. But I went through a fleet of fucking cars. Back in the old days, you could pick up old cars. 50, 100, 150, $200. So it wasn't shit. Hell, I allowed to buy a couple of cars a fucking month. I'd buy cars just for the engine and then scrap the rest. Bought a 73 Monte Carlo for $50. It was totaled, but it had a 454 in it, a turbo 400. I think I scrapped the car for like $100 after I kept the big block. Paid $50 for the car just to get it out of the people's yard. I was always a fuck up, but I always managed to keep a fucking job just because I liked working on cars and having access to shops and dynos and people that were into the same shit I was into. Definitely has its advantages. Now I'm retired and I don't fuck with nobody. Don't have no friends. Family don't have shit to do with me. Kids don't have shit to do with me. So this is my life. Just fuck with this shit. So it's just one after another. Sometimes wonder why I even fuck with this shit. Hence the name, The Reluctant Gearhead. Because I just do this shit out of habit anymore. It's not even fun to me anymore. It's just pain in the fucking ass, and it takes all my goddamn money. But it beats spending it all on fucking cocaine and shit. Never got into the meth and all that shit. That shit was fucking poison. I seen how it was made, and you wouldn't catch me putting that shit in my fucking body. I preferred clean substances, preferably narcotics. But I quit all that shit about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Quit the cocaine back in the mid-90s. Old boy died sitting next to me. And that was kind of fucking trippy. Blew his heart up. And that was the last time I ever fucked with that shit. That shit is bad news. I still smoke a little fucking grass here and there. But shit ain't gonna kill you. Fucking shit in the air you breathe every day is worse for you than bud. But the only thing keeps me fucking sane. And this shit, this is my real addiction. These fucking engines. Just can't quit. I've always had at least 5 or 6 projects going at the same time. Any given time. Built a lot of fucking engines. Still got a lot left to build. Got an LT1 down there I'm gonna build for the carburetor. A big old hairy roller cam. 4.1 V6 Buick there. Build it pretty nasty too. Got a 496 under that bag there. If I ever get my fucking 427 back, I'm gonna take this block when I go pick it up. Which this block's done. It's 30 over and my pistons are 60 over, so I gotta take it out 30 thousandths more, but it's already 9.8 deck block, been line honed and shit, and it got the works years ago. It was a racing engine. There they are, Chevrolet.